Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Odin's Movie Blog podcast. I am the Critic with Cynic. How is everybody doing this evening? Hopefully the notification goes out. I am a little bit early. I was going to try and go for 10:30, but just like last night, we finished dinner early, and once again, there are people at the pool who are going to be staring at me all night, and it's going to be glorious. But how is everybody doing? Hopefully the quality is still fine. I did a speed test beforehand. Cyclone, what is up, Cyclone? Welcome back to the chat. Great to have you once again. So I am going again on my data plan, so hopefully it holds up. It was holding up last night for a solid hour, so I hope that it holds up again, for as long as I'm able to do this. If we're able to get a few people in here, I'll probably go for about an hour again. If not, then I'll go for maybe 30 minutes or so. I know that was the plan last night, but then we had a lot of people in here, and it was great. Jason Clark, what's up, Jason Clark? Welcome back. Good to have you here. Cyclone says, feels good. Well, I'm so glad that it feels good. Darth Scipio, what's up, Darth Scipio? Que pasa? Not much, man. Just finished up my theme park trip. We just finished dinner, and so we're going to be heading to bed in a little bit, probably in about an hour. I'm going to end the stream and then take a shower and then go to bed. And then we're getting up at like 4 a.m. so that way we can drive around 5 a.m. to get on an 8 a.m. flight because we're about an hour away from it. So Lethal Lightning says, Odin mate, I am on break at work, so I can't hang around, dude. Hey, that's totally fine, Lethal Lightning. Thanks for showing up for even just this little bit. So I appreciate you always being here. So thank you so much for that, Lethal. Jason, I'm so glad to hear you're having a good time when you head back home tomorrow. Yes, I'm heading back home tomorrow morning. So my flight should be getting into New Orleans probably around 10:30. And then I'm going to be maybe taking a quick cat nap. And then I have to take my dogs to go get some vaccinations, things of that sort. And then after that, I'm going to get home and I'm going to finally do a video. It's been like 3 days since I've done an actual official video on the channel. So I'm going to do a video. And then I am going to maybe do a live stream that night. I probably won't because my wife was out of town all week last week, and because I was out for most of this week, and because her birthday was yesterday, I want to make sure that I'm able to spend some time with the wife. So I probably won't do a live stream tomorrow, but we'll definitely do one like Saturday, Sunday, like I usually do. But I'll keep everyone posted on that. So let's see. Let's see. Lethal Lightning says, liked and all that good stuff. Well, thank you, Lethal Lightning, and that goes for anyone else. If anyone's watching, please hit that like button. It doesn't take very long, but I do greatly appreciate it because it means that I am being heard. It means that my data is not crapping out on me, so I'm already seeing the likes go up, so thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Jason Clark says, did you do the Batman ride today? Yes, I did the Batman ride today. I will say, I really do like how well it's themed, but at the same time, there's just so much more they could do with it because, it's Batman. There's so many things you can do with the Batman theme, and I feel like they just don't. I feel like they just kind of let the walk up to the ride try and do the work, but then it just doesn't do it very well. Then you're on the ride. The ride's fun. The ride's great, but it's not anything special because I feel like this Batman ride's just like any other inverted roller coaster. When your feet dangle, there's like a similar track that a lot of them have, and so I've ridden a lot of coasters like it before. But it was still fun. It was still a lot of fun. I do like those kinds of coasters, so I did like it a lot, Jason Clark. Cyclone says, nearly one more week till Lost Soldier comes home. He is my dad. Everyone, yes, for anyone that doesn't know, Cyclone is the son of Lost Soldier, and whenever they're in the chat at the same time, it's amazing just because of that concept alone, but also especially now because his dad is in Alaska, which is just insane. It's so awesome. He joins us still, and that's why I'm always so incredibly grateful for that. Let's see. Brad Noble says, see wives happen. Yes, wives indeed do happen. That is very true. 70B says, hey-oh, what is up, 70B? Welcome back. Good to have you here. Donald as it says, Asgardians assemble. Yes, indeed. Asgardians assemble. Indeed. All right, let's see. All right, I am caught up with the chat so far. How is everybody's night doing? Stephanie, how are you doing? How was your day? I appreciated your video of the little puppy falling asleep earlier today. I loved it. It was so funny. It was so great. It was so adorable. And I will say my parents, they have too many dachshunds. So I have like a very strong affinity towards mini dachshunds because of that very fact. 70B says she had a good day. That is awesome. Brad Noble says Steph is tuning up the band. Damn right. Donald Hudson says auto like engage. Awesome. What's up, Donald Hudson? Welcome back to the chat. So glad that you were able to make it once again. And thanks for everyone that's here right now. Because again, I never know if these streams work. I never know how much of it is being heard because again, I'm on my Cricket Wireless stream, which if you don't know anything about Cricket Wireless, it's great. The service is great because it uses the AT&T towers, but it caps the data you can use. So like for AT&T, sometimes you can get like, 14, 15 megabit download speed, or even more than that. But with Cricket, they cap the upload and download speed at 8 megabits per second, which is why they're able to keep it so cheap. But at the end of the day, also, it makes live streaming sometimes a little bit of a problem, especially if in a spotty area. But I'm actually in the same exact spot I was in last night, and it looks like I have some really good reception. So I'm glad to see that is being heard by everyone. Cyclone says, don't mean to trigger any Batman fans, but Batman's only power is being rich, which my personal fave. Yes, so I'm sure that'll trigger somebody in the chat if anyone's going to be Brad Noble. But I will say this. You're absolutely right. That is his only superpower, but it's still really cool. I will say I bought one shirt from this trip, and it is a Batman shirt. And it's like it's almost like a dry fit shirt where it's almost like it's very breathable. It has a very breathable fabric, which I like. And it just looks badass. It's like black and silver. I'll probably wear it for tomorrow. If I do a live stream tomorrow, I'll wear it then. If not then I'll have it on for probably the video that I do tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to show it to you guys when I do have my next live stream. But it's really cool. I like it a lot. Brad Noble says, is it hot in here? No, Brad, it's just you. It's just you, man. 70B with the heart eyes. Random game user with a smile. What's up, Random? How's it going? Guys, if you haven't heard her or watched any of her content, please do. Random game user 42. She is awesome. She does really great content. She does early live streams. So if you are from another part of the world and you want to have maybe a late night stream, or if maybe you don't catch these live streams because they're too late, she does some early live streams and she does some really great work. So definitely go check her out. She's fantastic. Dalhazza says, just you, Brad. Jason Clark says, dang, you guys start talking about the Twitter chats and I got no clue what you're talking about. Yep. Very, very true. But you know what? That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Sarah B says, hello, all you beautiful Asgardians. Yes, indeed. We got 10 strong here right now, which is always great. Brad Noel says, thanks, Donald. Got my tank top on. Damn right. Sounds about right. The Star Wars Dad, what up? What up, the Star Wars Dad? Welcome back to the chat. Good to see you again. 70B says, I can't spell. Sorry. No problem at all. Brad Noble says, random modded Doom. What? Let's see. Darth Skibio says, it is really toasty in California. Is it really? What part of California are you in? I actually lived, I've mentioned this before, I lived in California for about 9 months. I lived in LA in the Mar Vista area. And I will say, it definitely got pretty cool at night. I mean, during the summer months, it got pretty warm, but it got pretty cold. I was very surprised by that. Cyclone says, I just watched Wonder, which is now my favorite movie, but the book is still better. But both are so sad. I cried till I had no more tears to say. Yes, I watched Wonder. So Wonder was actually, I released, so a lot of you guys know I actually first started off doing a podcast, which I put up on iTunes and Google Play and all those other things. I uploaded the first episode of that to YouTube earlier this week, and it actually got some pretty good reactions, so I'm definitely planning on continuing to put any new episodes on the YouTube channel. But I will say that first episode I put was my top 15 films of 2017. Wonder was my number 3 film, and I even say in my review of it that this is a movie that could easily slip into that number 2, number 1 spot because it is that good. So I understand where you're coming from. Wonder was amazing. It was the family film of the year, and so if you have a family or if you want something that's very family friendly that really sends a really good message, watch Wonder. It's fantastic. It's beautiful, and I like it especially because it's the same director who did Perks of Being a Wallflower, which, you can have your opinions on that film, but I thought it was very well directed, very well done, and Wonder is very similar, like very well directed as well. So overall, I really liked Wonder. So thank you, Cyclone. Thanks for talking about that. It's a great film. If you haven't seen Wonder yet, please do. It's fan-freaking-tastic. Jason Clark, did you do a video today? If you did, I did not do a video today. So no, I was at the park all day. So I haven't done a video since, I think, Monday or Tuesday. I think Monday may have been my last official video since we left. No, Tuesday was my last official video. And then we left on Tuesday evening. So I haven't done one either yesterday or today, but I will be doing a video tomorrow. I probably won't live stream tomorrow. And that's really going to depend on the wife. And I'm going to imagine that she's not going to want me to live stream tomorrow. She's going to want some downtime. But a video will definitely be coming out around the same time. So normally my schedule is I usually get off work around 4:30, and so that's why the videos usually go live around 5:15. So I'll probably get it up around the same time tomorrow. So, and I mean, there are so many things. I'm probably going to make it like a compilation of various topics because there have been a lot of things that have happened since I've been gone. Obviously, we have the awesome news that we talked about yesterday of Colin Trevorrow just being an amazing person. You know, like Doom, like he's just like, he knows what's going on. I'm going to make it very clear that what Disney should do right now is they don't need to hire him as a director, but they need to hire him as a PR person because he knows how to talk to fans. He knows how to deal with fans. And that's something that Star Wars desperately needs right now, because if they want to be a success, they're going to need their fan base. They're going to need people who are actually going to go out, watch their films, buy the Blu-rays, buy all the merchandise. And they don't have that right now. But guess who has the mindset for that? Colin Trevorrow. I'm not saying that he's going to be the best director for the films, but definitely bring him in at some position, and especially specifically with public relations, because he actually knows what he's talking about. So yeah, videos are going to start going out again tomorrow. Random Game User 42 says Doomcock modded me, Brad. Random, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, Doomcock is fantastic. So that is fantastic. See, Brad says I almost felt bad. Random says, oh, you mean I'm the mod on his channel? Yes, I am. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Nell Hudson says, so who caught the Forbes hit article on Total Biscuit? I did not catch that. What do you mean by what's Total Biscuit? Let me know what that is. Total Biscuit. It sounds like a delicious food item, but I don't know what that is. Brian Noble says, so much modding. Laura Ryan stole my fan fiction story. Hey, Wonder. Okay. Yeah, Wonder was great. I really liked Wonder. I mean, it might not be for everybody, but it really it tugged at the heartstrings for me, made me cry as well, Cyclone. So I totally feel you there. Definitely made me tear up. It's like the first movie to do that in a very long time, and it's wonderful. I love it a lot. But what's up, Laura? Welcome back. Random says, yeah, his chat was insane. Almost 600 people watching. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, I mean, again, because I know Doomcock does very well, so that's just really awesome that he modded you. I mean, well-deserved, because obviously not only are you just amazing in your own channel, but also that's awesome. That's fantastic. Cyclone says, I love the movie, but the book is way better. I haven't read the book. As y'all know, I'm not much of a reader, but the movie is absolutely fantastic. Laura says, are you driving? I am not driving. I'm actually sitting in the passenger seat, parked in the Super 8 parking lot of where I am, because that's where we're staying right now. And last night I had people who, I'm literally staring at the pool right now, and last night I had someone who was just staring at me like for the entire hour that I was on. There was another person who kept like locking their car because they must have thought I was going to do something. So I'm sure someone's going to come up at some point and something's going to happen, but I'm not driving. Don't worry. I'm being safe. I'm parked, but that's the reason why you're seeing this. Brad almost says wallflowers. Yes, it was the perks of being a wallflower. It was really good. I actually liked it a lot. Don Hudson says, modding in the morning, modding in the evening. It's the mod squad. Damn right. Greta's here? Did she comment? Did I miss her comment? I went back up. I didn't see it. What's up, Greta? I didn't see you make a comment. But welcome back. Brad Noble says, I have a secret. I'm good. Are you really, though, Brad? Are you really good, or are you just a troll? Because it's very hard to tell sometimes. Lit AF Bob Pompiani is here within the first 20 minutes. Damn right, Pompiani. Glad to have you here. Yeah, so last night, Pompiani unfortunately made it towards the end of the live stream. So glad to have you at the very beginning. Again, we're about 13 minutes in. I'm probably going to go for another 47 minutes. Going to probably go for a solid hour, just like last night. Because again, I'm going off my phone. It's not plugged in, so I still have enough battery left. A little bit about me. I'm actually a huge tech head. I love tech, and so I actually bought this phone. It was like $100. It's the Moto E4 Plus, and I bought it because it's like a gigantic. It's like a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Some people not know what that means. It just know it's a giant battery, and basically what it means is that I can go for like 2 days without charging it, and if I have heavy usage on it, I can go like a full day and still have like 40% of my battery left. So I had like 50% before I started this live stream, and it was after using it a lot all day, and so yeah. But I'm going to be on for a little bit. Laura says Odin is mad multitasking. Yeah, I would never drive and stream at the same time. There might be other people who would. I would only do that if I had it like hooked to the mount. Like, obviously you can tell I'm holding my camera right now. So if I had like mounted my car, but I wouldn't be able to read any comments. Like, there's no way I'd be able to do that safely. And I always want to be safe when it's going with that. Nikki says, hopping over from Jeremy's stream. Hey, what's up, Nikki? Welcome back to the chat. Always great to have you here. So Jeremy was still streaming. That's awesome. Yeah, because I know that he went on earlier. That's great. That's great. I hope we get a couple more people in here. Again, 12 is a pretty good number. So even if we don't, I think this is this is perfect, especially since we've got the regulars here, and this is just an amazing community. Everyone's saying hello. Jason Clark says, got to keep the wifey happy with no live stream tomorrow if she doesn't want you to. Happy wife, happy life. You are absolutely right about that. Always got to keep the wife happy. And also, too, I wasn't there for her birthday. I was not there. The trip was already planned, and unfortunately, I was not able to make it work this year. So I feel like I need to make it up to her, and so I'm going to do that tomorrow. So you're absolutely right about that. But again, normal video is going to be coming out tomorrow. It's going to be covering Colin Trevorrow. It's going to be covering the rumors of Han Solo, and how Nerdist and Kevin Smith have talked about, they could bring him back. I'm going to talk about that in more detail as well. And I'm sure there's going to be some other news that's going to come out that I'll be able to cover. We'll try and put that all into one video, kind of as like a recap of the week. And so that'll be coming out tomorrow. But no live stream tomorrow, at least for now. If the wife says, hey, I'm doing this, go right ahead and live stream, then I'll live stream. It might not be a long live stream, but I'll keep y'all posted. Again, you follow me on Twitter, I'll post it on Twitter. And also, if I'm able to do so, I'll also create an event on YouTube for anyone that does not use Twitter. I know that there's a few of you that don't. I'm going to create an event. So if I create an event, just check my YouTube channel throughout the day. Probably by 5 o'clock, you'll know whether or not I'm going to live stream or not. So if there's no event that's been created, I'm probably not going to be live streaming tomorrow. But for anyone that does not use Twitter, that's a way that you can find out. Laura says, now I want biscuits. So actually, I just came from a Cracker Barrel because we had a long day of parking. And we got there at like 9:26, so they were closing at 10, so we still had plenty enough time. We actually finished right at 10, so it was perfect because they were just closing. It was fantastic, and part of my meal was biscuits, and they were so good. I had some sausage gravy, and if you've never had biscuits with sausage gravy before, it is an amazing meal, and I know I'm making so many people hungry right now. Nikki is clapping. Brad Noble says, RIP biscuit. Random says, thank you very much for the clarification. Random says, Total Biscuit was a YouTuber that passed away recently. He did a podcast and owned an esports team. I don't want to go into too much detail with this since I didn't know the person. But how did he pass away? Was it by like natural occurrences, or was it some emotional issues? Because if that's the case, if someone was attacking anyone for any reason, that's just ridiculous. I mean, so Dallas says, so much for respecting the dead, RIP Biscuit. I really hope no one was attacking him, because if they were, that's just disgusting. I'm sorry. Like, even if someone who I didn't like passed away, I would not take that as an opportunity to attack them. That's something I don't get. And you see this happen on the extremes on both sides. But when someone passes away that they didn't agree with, they take it as an opportunity to like thank God for their death and things of that sort. I've never understood that, because even if I don't like somebody, I'm never going to wish death upon them. I'm never going to be happy that they're dead. I mean, I never really have understood that, just personally. Again, that might just be, I might just be a little bit on the naive side, maybe, it might be the theology teacher in me, but I've just never understood that. So that sounds awful if that happened. Randall says Donald Ode has no idea. I had no idea on that. Cyclone says, in Star Wars, which is your favorite Jedi and Sith? Mine is Papa Vader and Luke Skywalker. I'm sure you meant Vader. No, Luke Skywalker, I think is what you meant. I assume so, because that's Luke. So as far as my favorite Sith and my favorite... Sorry, guys. Got to move it around for a bit. So as far as my favorite Sith, I've answered this on previous live streams, but my favorite Sith would probably be... I actually haven't answered that one. I've answered my favorite Jedi. My favorite Jedi is probably Luke Skywalker, because he's a boss. I mean, he's Luke. He is the New Hope. He is the one that everything is centered around, and then they just totally decided to ignore that completely and kind of just ruined his character. My favorite Sith, I do like Vader a lot, especially the character arc that he goes on. The fact that he goes from being a Sith Lord, essentially, to being the person who essentially brings balance to the Force. I mean, you know how they were always saying, like, the prophecy, and he was end up being the one who essentially fulfilled it. And, they kind of go into that in the prequels, too, about how he was the person from the very beginning. And it's just fascinating. So, yeah, I'd probably say Vader, too. And that might be a cop-out answer. Again, I don't have the rich knowledge of the EU, and I know there's so many more cooler Sith and really cool Jedi as well in the extended universe. I just don't have that knowledge. So I would agree with you there. I do love Yoda, though. Yoda's awesome. Yoda is a badass. Random says, you're at Great America. I think I know where you are. Live an hour away. There's a huge mall there. And a Steak and Shake. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so yeah, I'm in Chicago, or outside of Chicago. I think it's called, I forget the name of it. But anyway, I'm at Six Flags Great America. And it was a really great park, guys. If you've never been and you're close to Great America, I would recommend it. It's a very, very good Six Flags park. I recommend the Goliath. Goliath was my favorite ride of the trip for sure. Bobbiana says, I'm not going to lie, I got scared thinking you were trying to drive because stuff was moving in the window. It's not me. It's traffic in the background. It's cars moving in the background. It's not me. Don't worry. I am not driving. Laura says, Doomcock does an amazing Tarkin. You may fire when you're ready. Gave me chills. Oh, that sounds cool. If you can link me, or if someone can link me to that video so I can check that out for myself, I would greatly appreciate that. Brad Noble says, loving troll. Yes, you're a loving troll. And we do love you. Don Hudson says, knock, knock, sir. Please step out of the car. I'm still waiting for it. You're right, Donald. I am so waiting for that to happen. I'm like, hey, I'm on a live stream right now. I'm not bothering anybody, am I? Donald Hudson says, our favorite pet troll. You were right about that. Stephanie B then put an image of it looks like a dragon or a snake. Cyclone says, I wish my dad was here. I'm in his room missing him right now, but he got to do what he got to do. Yeah, I wish he was here too. He was able to make it last night, so maybe he'll be able to pop on for a little bit. But yeah, I understand that a lot because I always miss it when my family's gone too. Navy, what's up, Navy? Hello there. What's up, Navy? Welcome back to the chat. Nikki says, yeah, he finally did a gaming stream, which is in my area of the company, so I had to be there. Sounds good. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Brad Noel says, man, Fright Fest would be a god hookup. Yeah, I've heard great things about Fright Fest. Unfortunately, again, I'm in New Orleans, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back up here anytime soon. But that would be an amazing meetup. You were absolutely right about that. And in the future, if I'm able to make those kinds of things work, I would love to do meetups. I really would. I don't think I'm quite there yet. I don't think I'm really quite at that level to do that. I mean, if anyone's ever in my area, if anyone's ever in New Orleans and say, hey, I'm in New Orleans and I'd love to grab lunch or something, I would be down. I would say, absolutely, no problem. As long as I'm able to make it with my schedule, I will have no problem with that at all. But as far as like meetups go, I'm not quite there yet, but that's something to think about, Brad, for sure. Donald Hudson says, just got the notification. Good thing I was keeping an eye out for this stream. Well, Donald Hudson, thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, 20 minutes into the stream and then decided to notify you. Yeah. Thanks, YouTube. I greatly appreciate you for being amazing. Brandon says, Frest even. Interesting. Navy says, Harrison Ford will get a big fat check for that. Yeah, so again, if he does come back, if Han Solo does indeed come back, it's going to be attached with a lot of money, and that's going to make us look at the financials of Episode 9 even harder, because if that film barely makes its money back, we're going to think to ourselves, wait a minute, they're having to pay off Harrison Ford and all these other things going on, and it's just not going to be good for them. Everyone's saying hello. Navy says, woke up early today. Good to hear. Laura says, I think that we are all realizing now what an amazing trilogy George Lucas created, especially when he compared to the prequel trilogy and the sequel trilogy. Yeah, I'll agree with you there. I think that now that The Last Jedi is out, now that we've had several months to really take it in and to analyze it and to really study it, I think we do understand now that even the prequels, which again, I still don't defend, I am not a prequel defender, that I would rather, this is true though, I would much rather watch all the prequels over and over and over again than watch The Last Jedi once. I mean, and I really do think that's saying a lot for sure about everything that's going on. Cyclone says, first one in, last one out. Sounds good. Let's see. Brad says, just sorry, I'm seeing people walking behind me, so I'm just making sure they're not going to walk up to me. Let's see. Hello. Jason says, they will have to back the money truck up to Harrison Ford's house to get him to come back to do Episode 9. From my understanding, he is done with doing Star Wars. Yeah, I really do think he's done. But then again, he was done with Indiana Jones, and yet he's coming back for Indiana Jones. So I think the price is right. He will come back for pretty much anything. Ram says, he was a YouTuber that had cancer. He fought for years. Well, that's really sad. I'm really sorry to hear that. He will be in my prayers. Again, even though I don't know him, I can still offer my prayers to him as I offer to anyone that I know who's going through a rough time, or for anyone who I know has passed away. So thank you for letting me know about that. And I'm really sad because I think you mentioned before that someone's like attacking him or someone's criticizing him, and that's really disgusting. So thanks for letting me know about that. And I'm going to have to look more into that, because that is just outrageous if somebody's attacking him post-death. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Randall says, white sausage gravy and chicken. Oh yeah, I mean it was really, really good. Brandon says, no cancer got him. I'm really sorry to hear that, because I've mentioned this before. I think I had a friend. So we were both 18. He got leukemia, and he passed away when we were 18, and it was very, very hard. But I was lucky enough to have that final conversation with him, where I was able to tell him that I loved him. I was able to kind of get that sense of closure. And so when he passed away, and also, I was in a very good place in my faith life too. So I was able to not really feel a whole lot of anger in me, because I really felt like, well, he's not suffering anymore, and I know that he's in a better place. And so that's how my approach has always been. And it was one of those things where, in retrospect, I'm thankful to God that I was able to have that experience, because I was able to, really kind of understand in some way about to how to handle loss and how to reach out to the people who are suffering, because I wasn't focused on me. I wasn't like, well, what am I going to do now? It was all about what can I do to help the people who don't have him anymore, to his brother who was a twin, to his mother and father, how was I able to help them out? So I was so very thankful to have that. And I know that not everyone's going to approach death in that way, but I was thankful for it in the long run, because it really did, it really helped me grow as a person, because again, I was still so young, I was 18. And but no, I feel for him, and I feel for any of his family members, and for anyone to attack him is just ridiculous. So I would like to know more about that, just so that way I have full understanding on what happened. Pompiana says, so Colin Trevorrow did these very respectful tweets that urged clickbait to stop overplaying fan toxicity. I thought that was refreshing. He was so kind to Jurassic Park fans that didn't like Jurassic World 2. And really, that's what it comes down to. Again, you can not like a film, or rather, if I made a film, for example, and I knew there were people who said, I didn't like it because of this, this, and this, and they gave me a reason, I'd say, okay, well, absolutely. I mean, you have that right. I'm sure that there are things that are not perfect about this film. I don't claim to, be the arbiter of perfection. And so that's how I'd approach it. That's how most normal people would approach it. But then you have people like Ryan Johnson who will just, criticize and attack anyone that doesn't like his film, even though it's crap. Even though it's crap. So he says that is sad. It really is. Laura says, what? F you, I used to work at Cracker Barrel in North Carolina. Really used to work at Cracker Barrel. Well, it's wonderful. I do love Cracker Barrel when I can go. Navy says, cancer is terrible. I'm speaking from personal experience. Yeah, I mean, I've had, a very close friend of mine, as I've just mentioned, so I can definitely talk about it as well. E. Michael says, Odin? Braun Strowman? I love Braun Strowman. So that's, for anyone who doesn't know, that's a wrestling reference. So actually, I have a Get These Hands shirt. I love Braun Strowman. I really want Braun Strowman to be the next champion, personally. So thanks for that shout, E. Michael. Are you trying to say that I look like Braun Strowman? Because if that's the case, I'm kind of flattered by that, because I love Braun Strowman. Rat Boy, what's up, Rat Boy? So he says, can we talk about the Black Widow movie getting a director? They kept saying online the fans have demanded this movie. Am I missing something? This was not on my radar as something the fans demanded. That's just something that they would say. I mean, that's something that always happens. They say, oh, the fans want this. The fans wanted that. I mean, they said that about Solo. They said, oh, the fans have been wanting this for a very long time. But we know most people did not want a Han Solo film. Same thing with a Black Widow film. Were there people who probably liked and wanted a Black Widow film? Sure, I know a lot of people who wanted one. I was not one of them. I know a lot of people online who did not want that either. So, that's their decision to do that, and I don't think she's going to be able to carry that film on her own, and I think the box office is going to speak for itself. Is it going to make money? Is it going to turn a profit? Sure, but when you compare it to the other Marvel films, I don't think it's going to be as comparable, personally. That's what I think on that. David says, oh, it's drive-in stream. Yeah, I know, right? It's a drive-in stream. Dawson said, I find out tomorrow, MRI. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know about that. We'll keep you in our prayers. Randall says, Navy, right on, but I feel the pain. Absolutely. 70B says, cancer is so hard. It just about touches everyone's life. It really does. I mean, it's not just the family. It's obviously not just the person affected, but of course it's everyone. It's their friends too, because I feel like that's really when you find out who your real friends are. It's really when you find out how close you are with your friends too, and you realize just how much of a family your friends can be. And so I absolutely agree with that. Let's see. Cyclone says, yeah. Brad says it's not cool. It's definitely not cool. Anyone that attacks anybody else is not cool at all, especially in that situation. So maybe he says, ain't nobody worried about Black Widow, really? I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like, for me, I'm like, okay. So I was just like, okay, so they're making a movie. I don't have an interest in seeing it. I mean, I'm going to, because it's kind of part of my job at this point. But it's not like I want to see it. It's not like when I hear Black Widow, I'm like, oh my God, I have to see a Black Widow film. It's like, it wouldn't be like for me. I mean, again, this is just me, guys. I know that not everyone's going to be on the same page, but if someone told me tomorrow they're making a new Hulk film, I would be like, damn right, I want a new Hulk film. Not everyone does. I do, but that's where I would come from. With Black Widow, I'm like, okay, I don't care. I don't really care. I have no real need for that. Let's see. Don Hudson says, cancer can burn in the deepest pits of hell. Burn, cancer, burn. I mean, that's something where I did this when I was in college. There's something called the Walk for Life. And it's all about raising money for cancer research. And that's something that I was always very passionate about. I mean, that's why I became I've fallen so far behind. Because, again, I'm not perfect. I will say that right out. I am not a perfect person. I have so many faults. I have so many flaws. And so when it comes to that, though, I became a very big blood donor when my friend was diagnosed with cancer because he needed a lot of replacement cells. And so I became a very, very, I donate it all the time, and I still donate when I can. Not nearly as much as I should. I really should start doing that a lot more. But you're absolutely right. I mean, I really do wish that we can find a cure. I mean, but there's so many different variations, and it's just one of those things where it's almost like you can't see light at the end of the tunnel. But that's also one of the same reasons why I remain so strong in my faith, just because I trust in God with in those moments, especially in the hard ones. Brandon says Odin should catch a Brewers game. Unfortunately, I just don't have the time. Brewers, I mean, I would love to go. I love baseball, so I would love to go to a Brewers game. But if they were playing the Red Sox, I would have to cheer for my Red Sox, who are playing very well. They're like 3.5 games up right now, and I'm very happy. Dallas says I try for gusto. Cobra Geyser Soze, what's up, dude? Daniel Sand started it. He's the real bully. Let me know what he said, so that way I can try and get my facts straight. And I might have to make a separate video just on that, because if that's happening, again, for someone who had personal experience with someone who lost their life to cancer, I'm not cool with that, and I'm ready to rip them apart in whatever way I possibly can. So Jason Clark says, like I said before, we need a Yoda origin movie when he was a Padawan and who trained him and where he's from and so on and so on and so forth. Absolutely, Jason Clark. As I mentioned before, I love Yoda. I think Yoda might be up there in my top Jedi picks, and he's also the one I'm most interested in. I mean, if you told everyone we're going to make a Yoda origin film, I think a lot of fans would be excited. Now, not with the current people running Lucasfilm, but in general, let's just say for the sake of argument that Kathleen Kennedy's gone, Rian Johnson's gone, all these other people are gone. They got people who like Star Wars, who like the fans in charge, Colin Trevorrow maybe in a PR role. At that point, if they announce we're making a Yoda Origins film, people would lose their minds. People would be so excited. People would show up on the first day to see that film, and that movie would make bank. But they're not doing that because they're not smart. They have no idea what they're doing. Dalhousie says cancer cure would be absolutely awesome. I really do wish. I really, really, really do wish that could happen one day. And that's why I'm just gonna have to continue to pray, because that's really other than raising money for research and trying to support people best we can. The only other thing that we can really do is pray. Sonny B is with the alien symbol. I really hope aliens in the chat tonight. Super says, "What's up, Super? Oh man, missed the notification. What's up? Hey, well, someone else said the notification didn't go out till about 20 minutes ago. So yeah, I'm really mad. I'm really mad at YouTube, because YouTube. I tweeted out to YouTube earlier about saying, hey, what's going on with the channel? I just hit 1,000. It's been over a week now, so what's going on? And then they came back and tried to tell me, oh, you'll know in a month. And I was like, really? Like, why did you now, like, why wasn't that a part of the message I was sent originally? It says within a week. If it was within a month, why didn't you just change it to within a month? Because, I mean, again, as long as you're being transparent with me, I'm okay, because I can wait. I mean, I don't need, it's not one of those things where I need to have it now. I mean, it's something that would be nice, but I don't need to have it now. I want to be able to give stuff to y'all during the live streams. I mean, that's the only reason why I would want it faster than anything else. But at the same time, it's like, just be honest. Just tell me what's going on. Laura says, I see a lot of people complaining about YouTube notifications. Yeah, a lot of people. Also, people getting unsubbed too, which is just ridiculous. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Navy says, remember when they wanted us to feel bad about the Calamity Tran? I say, let them feel bad about Jake Lloyd and Anakin Skywalker. His life was ruined. Absolutely. I mean, just look at what happened to him. And absolutely, you were absolutely right about that. Super says, what's the Scientology bit in your chat? Okay, so the reason why, thank you. I've been waiting for that question, Super, because I put that in there so that someone would ask me about it. So at the hotel we're staying in, the first channel that was on when we turned the channel on was Scientology TV. And so me and the two friends that I'm here with, we just became captivated by it and kept watching it. We've probably watched like a few hours of Scientology television, and it's insane. Like, just the things they come up with. They say Scientology has discovered, like, it's just some like amazing thing, and then they tell you what it is, and it's like, wait, that's something that's been around for a long time, but now you've just like twisted it into your cult thing. And so we've been joking this whole trip that we've become Scientologists, that just by watching it for a few hours, we become like level 1 Scientologists. And one of the best quotes in it is that I have a body and I have a mind, but I am a thetan. And yeah, that's the reason why. But thank you for asking. I was been waiting for that. Cycling says, I don't want to be a weird kid, but has anyone heard of Fortnite? Tell me thoughts of how weird it is. No, I have heard of Fortnite. I played it once. I died instantly. I've never had a desire to play it again. I know so many of my middle schoolers play it. My high schoolers play it as well. I also know a lot of guys my age that play it too. So yeah, no weirdness there. I mean, I hear it's a lot of fun. Brandon says, offer my prayers to all. Absolutely, dude. Jack Stryker. What's up, Jack Stryker? HF was done after Return of the Jedi 2. Yeah, Harrison Ford, you're right. I mean, he's been wanting his character to be killed off for a while, but guess what? He keeps coming back because they keep offering him money. Let's just be awesome. Let's just be honest about that. Stephanie B says, hit that like button and the bell ring. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Again, hit that like button. It does not take very long, and I always appreciate that. It lets me know that I'm still being heard. It lets me know that everything's coming through okay. And yeah, hit that bell, because otherwise you might not get the notification. But even if you do hit the bell, you might not get the notification either, because YouTube sucks. Navy says, I'm agnostic myself, but I understand people's interest in Christianity. It's a great set of morals. Absolutely. And I feel like that's something, too, that everyone can kind of just, agree with. I know so many, because I have a lot of friends that are atheists, and we get along so well because they understand and they say, I don't agree with the beliefs and, the religion part, but I do understand the moral aspect. I do understand the morality. And when it comes down to it, most of the morality of Christianity is based in natural law. It's based in things that are, as we like to say, written in the human heart. And so it's something that is pretty just commonsensical stuff. And so that's the reason why a lot of people, even though they might not agree with, various aspects of the religion, that, oh yeah, morality is a good thing that we should, try and strive for. Brad Noble says, it's awkward, man. It seems like it. Cyclone says, first to like, yes, you were Cyclone. You're absolutely right about that. Navy says, yeah, I feel you owed and lost my mother that day. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, Navy. My prayers are with you and also with her. I don't know how long it's been. It might have been a very long time ago, but even then, it still never fades. It still doesn't ever quite go away. So my prayers are still with you, man. I'm very sorry to hear that. Let's see. RTE says, what's Cracker Barrel? So basically, it's a place that serves breakfast all day, and it's delicious. They just got a lot of other food. It's like a country-esque place, but the main thing is that when you walk into the store, it's a store. So they sell a lot of things, and you have to go all description. Brandon says it's telling random she is. Oh Lord. Oh, come on, Brad. I know that she doesn't mind it, but you know how I feel about that. Welcome. You thought you wanted it or not. So I think what you mean by that is that if you make a film that you cared about, then it doesn't matter what anyone says about it. And I think that's a good statement, because again, just because, if you really care about a film and you put your heart and soul into a film and you're proud of that work, even if someone hates it, no one's going to be, if someone hates it, you say, okay, you hate it. I mean, I'm still very proud of it, but you go right ahead. You're entitled to that opinion, because not every movie is made for every single person. So I think you're absolutely right about that. RT says, right, thanks, anime. Australia, it's a brand of cheese. Really? Cracker Barrel is a brand of cheese? Jack Stryker says, people pissed because she dissed trans people would need other MCU characters in it to co-star. Oh, you're talking about, so, yeah, because she took on a role where she's playing a trans person, and so a lot of people have been very pissed off about that. And it's also like the second time that she's taken a role like that, because remember, she also got a lot of backlash when she was in the anime film, I know what it is, to Ghost in the Shell. And so there was that whole controversy about how it was whitewashed and everything. So she's been a part of controversial casting. It's interesting because she definitely is more of an SJW mindset. And so funny that they have no problem taking the roles that they say or should be for other people. But that's what they do. Brad Noel says, from Wisconsin, I want Tico cheese now. RT says Scarlett is good at being an action heroine. Yeah, but not to leading a film. Again, the only film I could think of that she made money on was Lucy, and even that one didn't make nearly as much as it could have. Palmiana says, I'll be honest, don't think a Black Widow film would be that interesting, though that's what I thought about Captain America before Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is top tier in my opinion. She need other characters, though. I agree with you. I love Winter Soldier. It's probably one of my favorite. It actually might be my favorite other than Winter Soldier is that film that always is like between my 1 and 2s on my favorite MCU film of all time, just because it's so well done. It's so different, and that's why I love it. So I totally agree with you there. And yeah, she'll need someone else to back her up, because if it's just her, she's not going to be able to sell that movie. I'll let y'all answer that question about trans people. Donald Hudson says, you don't talk about Kaiser Sose, people disappear. I know, right? You do not talk about Kaiser Sose. Let's see. WB says 16 for 16. Thank you for hitting the sub like. Yeah, we're 17 for 17 now, so thank you all so much for hitting that like button. I do greatly appreciate that. Just sex. Brad Noel says the rib sex are great. Maybe says Yoda wasn't born, he just appeared. That would be interesting. Jack Stryker says Scarlett Johansson was cast as a trans character. People were pissed off because she isn't trans. Yep, that's I went into that. Don Hudson says young Yoda failed grammar school. That would be, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be a funny joke to put in there? It's like, but he was excellent at the Force. Papiana says, some characters are better off not explaining everything. Let there be a mystery. I agree with that. Again, I think that there's some people who that would not want that film, and so I can respect that for sure. Laura says, Cobra Kai never die. Yes. Oh my goodness, guys. If you haven't checked out Cobra Kai yet, I know Jeremy's talked about this on Geeks and Gamers. Go check it out. It's on YouTube Red. I'm sure there's other ways you can find it, but it's fantastic. RT says, that isn't Scarlett Johansson criticizing. Oh, okay. See, RT, I do respect you because you are someone who always like question things and want to talk about things in a little bit more detail, and I always appreciate that. But sometimes I just don't, I can't really respond to everything. Brad Noble says ham and gravy is truth. Cyclist is cancer, the most painful and depressed disease. I agree with you. Voorhees, what's up, Voorhees? I am back, and I'm in NOLA. What's happening, dude? Dude, Voorhees, what's up, man? I'm actually not in NOLA. I'm in Chicago, but I get back in NOLA tomorrow. So, yeah, hit me up, though, man. Let's see. Brad Noble says, Wheaties suck compared to that. Let's see. Thanks, love. Brad Noble says, NOLA, oh, hell yes. Voorhees says, Odin should wear more hats. He looks good. Then, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. My wife says so too. So especially now with my new cut, I might wear more of them. Super says Scientology is a cult created by an author who couldn't write. Yes, I don't know about the part he didn't write. He did sell books, so there were some people who liked him, but it is a cult. If you want more proof of that, watch a documentary. It's called Going Clear. It's fascinating. It's a fascinating look at Scientology. I highly recommend it. Let's see. RT says, yeah, Jack said, dissing people. Laura says, maybe we need to look for a new streaming service. Really do. I know that a lot of people recommend Twitch. Don't know if this is the best. My channel in particular is a better platform for Twitch. So I'm going to stay on YouTube for now. Super says, hail the almighty fish lord Zine. Yes. Where he says, oh, Odin is a teacher. Yes, I'm a theology teacher. Yeah. Brando says, been NOLA a bit. NOLA is fine. Navy says, Super says, wait, there's no way you could be a level 1 Scientologist. You haven't bought anything yet. Okay, I'm done. Yes, you're right about that. It's all about paying into it, and so you're absolutely right about that for sure. Swing through Doug Hunting says, Brad Noble. Cyclist says, I'm going to go to bed now, guys. I'm actually probably about to head off too because I am starting to... That Cracker Barrel is starting to attack my stomach, so I'm probably going to have to wrap things up in a second, guys. So, interesting says Voorhees. So, Cyclone, have a good night, good sir. Navy says, one of Denmark's greatest philosophers was Kierkegaard. He was a Christian philosopher. Yes, I've heard a lot. I've read some Kierkegaard. It's really great stuff. Lost Soldier, dude, your son just left. What's up, Kraken? Besides my Cracker Barrel, hey, I'm actually about to head out because I'm about to die. I'm about to die in here, guys. Let's see. How do you people tag iPhone? Just use the @ I'm not sure. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Just a few more days. Absolutely. Cyclone, he's going to be back very soon. Darskivia says JJ is going to reunite Han, Luke, and Lando. CGI, Leo, Chewie, C-3PO, and R2 is Sucker Fans, Episode 9. You're right about that. They are trying to bait fans back in, but it's not going to be enough. You're right about that for sure. Super says, have you ever seen Princess Leia's shooting star memes from Last Jedi? It's hilarious. No, I have not, but it sounds fantastic. Navy says, by the way, did you see the Croatia-England match? Yes. Oh, it was such a great game. It was an amazing game, and I'm really glad that Croatia won. Not going to lie, I was very, very happy about them. RT says, Matt Damon was in the Wall film, and they criticized him, and he said that he wanted... yeah, I know. It's the same nonsense. It really is. Dollars of Matt Damon. Pepperjack. Yes, sir. What's that, Brad? Or Porg, whatever. That's okay, Odin. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Pepperjack says, awesome. Going Clear was awesome. Says, oh, it's such a good documentary. Go check out Going Clear. It is a fantastic documentary. Brad Noble, Monterey, Jack, and dried chili peppers. Sounds good. Where he says, I leave for LA 2 tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So close, but oh well. Also, why do people on Bourbon Street ask me about shoes like I know where you got them? Oh, yeah. That's weird. I don't go to Bourbon at all. When you live there, some people do. I can't stand it. Scientology is labeled a cult in Germany. So, Hudson, you were right. It is definitely a cult. Sounds good. It's great. Lost Soldier says, I was chaplain assistant and had to study other religions. Scientology isn't a religion. It's a corporate cult making pyramid schemes and fear very bad. It is so bad. And Going Clear goes into all those details about how it got tax exempt status, why it really shouldn't have it, why it's not a religion. You're absolutely right. Forty says F. Never mind. RD says, what are they going to do for the next trilogy? Let's see. Jason Clark says, Lucy was supposed to be a huge hit for Scarlett Johansson, but it did not perform well in the box office, and it did not even sell once it was released on DVD. It way underperformed. Yeah, it underperformed. It still made enough for them to make a sequel. So they are making a Lucy 2. So it made enough to justify a sequel, but did not make as much as they thought it was going to. You're right about that. Dawson says, hey, are those flashing red lights behind you? Watch out, Odin. Donald Hudson, you're right again. Brando says, haunt tours are my bag. Sounds good. Where he says it's a cult in LA too. Though, well, it's not a joke. 70B says you got them on your feet. It's a distraction to maybe pick up your pockets, keep walking. I know, right? I know. don't ever trust anyone on Bourbon Street because they will pickpocket you. It's so bad. All right, guys, I'm so sorry to cut this short. I'm gonna have to cut this 15-minute shorts because I'm having some severe stomach issues right now, and I can't say anymore. So Jason Clark says, I have 2 family members, veteran Scientology, and they are total Looney Tunes. Yes, absolutely, they are so crazy. RT says Lucy is where she is virtually invulnerable. Good night, everyone. Lost Soldier. I'm so sorry, guys, to cut this short. I will be back with another video tomorrow, and I'll be back live streaming probably Saturday, Sunday. So watch out for those notifications on YouTube. Also, watch out for on Twitter. I'm going to post that as well. So good night. Get well. Thank you, Voorhees. Thank you so much. Your watch is ending. Off you go. Thank you, Stephanie, guys. I'm sorry to end this short, guys. Have a great night, and as always, God bless. Love you guys. Can't wait to be back in town so that we can do normal chats. Y'all are amazing. Thank y'all so much.